Kobe.
Hey guys,
What's up?
I'm Christopher,
I'm Dustin.
and this is The Bottom Line. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm really excited. It's October, guys. And keeping up with what's going down, I just want to... It's October, guys, and we love pumpkins, we love festivals. It's your favorite holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. It's my
I
favorite holiday.
I thought he'd go into it more than that, but I guess it
Christmas is rubbish.
Well,
Just kidding.
but no, we've spent plenty of Halloweens together.
Yep. 1 year I went as a disco king. Why I feel like sharing that, I don't know. But it's that was my least favorite Halloween, but also my favorite Halloween at the same time.
Disco.
Because I was rolling around in roller skates all night and doing this.
Okay, so anyway,
That's why
let's forget about that. So what we're doing today in honor of that, obviously if you watch anything on television, during October they have a bunch of horror movies coming on, whether it's Freddy Krueger,
Even PBS?
even PBS, whether it's Jason, whether it's Freddy versus Jason, but that's all I know. All horror movies I know. But we always try to come up with unique ideas for things, so we thought, why not come up with horror movies, right? So in this game called Horror Movie Mashup, we're basically going to give the synopsis or the summary of a horror movie that we're making up. And how are we making it up? We're going to have our lovely assistant Catherine, off camera at the moment, who's going to bring our purple hat of mischief to the table, and
You turned something good into something bad.
we're gonna pick 3 words. These are 3 words. They could be nouns, they could be adjectives, but they're basically all one word. And we got to pick 3 of them.
What's a noun?
And we got to make a story, a synopsis of a horror movie out of those 3. So, rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first?
Sure.
2 out of 3. What the heck is that?
My scissors broke.
Okay, well I guess that counts. So you go first. You get it. I'll just give it to you for that. So thank you, Catherine.
Okay,
I swear it's not just a hand coming out of nowhere.
So what am I doing?
You're picking 3 words.
Do I look at them?
You look at the words, not as you pick them. You don't.
I like that one. No, there's one. Do you have to look at them?
You just yes. Tell us what they are.
Hold on. Right now?
Right now. Do you have 3? Okay.
Fraternity. Fraternity is like.
Like a college
father,
fraternity.
Right? Oh, that's maternity or paternity. Right?
Yeah. The fraternity is
I don't
college.
know things,
College.
folks. Conspiracy and pasta.
All right. So he has to make a horror movie summary out of fraternity, conspiracy, and pasta. On your mark.
Hold on.
Oh, there's no holding on. On your mark, get set.
How long do I got?
Just until you're done. Scare us.
All right. It was a cold winter, and it was a woman. There's a woman named Fraternity. And
Go ahead, Catherine.
you're gonna ruin the horror. This isn't a comedy. It was a cold winter, and there was a woman named Fraternity who was ironically part of a fraternity.
Can't, but okay, go ahead.
Sororities are for girls.
These days, it's possible. Anyway, she was the maid of the fraternity. And anyway, it was a cold winter, and just like any other cold winter, there was a lot of conspiracies. About that very thing. There was a conspiracy that maybe it's not winter. Maybe it's the government and pasta. Anyway, there was a conspiracy. This woman thought that the winter wasn't winter, that the government was lying, and that it's actually summer. And so what she did was construct many experiments using pasta. She measured she measured the lengths of pasta, and she tempered she temperatured pasta, and And it turns out, because it was winter and cold, the pasta was cold, and so Christopher ate it in the end.
I do like cold pasta.
It's a conspiracy.
All right. So, thanks
That's
for
all I
that.
got.
Now it's my turn, Catherine. I picked 3. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine.
You're very welcome.
That's still a spotlight. I don't like it.
All right. So I have beer, Kiss,
Wait, the band? Or actual Kiss?
and Nights.
What's this spelled like?
Okay.
It's lowercase.
So, Kiss, Nights, and beer. Okay, so the band Kiss. That's which one it is. The band Kiss was performing.
So you're making-
Okay, so if that's not scary enough, they had a little bit too much to drink that night of vodka. So they had a lot of vodka. So they were chilling and they were just partying in their van, their tour bus. All of a sudden there's a bump in the road.
That's not a bump. That's like
Well, hold on.
several bumps.
That's what it sounded like. It was a collection of bumps. Just like you have, and you need to go to the doctor for.
Is the canon in this story?
Anyway, and so they pulled over, right? They pulled over, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" All of a sudden, they see, what's that? It looks like a night costume. What's going on? So they go over there, and Gene Simmons, he's like, "Hey, what's going on over there?"
What did you do?
And he goes,
Anytime, one time.
Wait, was it?
and he goes
One
over
more
there,
time.
and he goes and he picks it up, and he's like, "There's nobody in here. This is just an outfit." So they leave it. They get back in the bus, and then they have a little bit more to drink, some beer. There you go. They drink some beer, just to chill, relax. A couple hours later, another one. So they pull over, and all of a sudden they see like this like horse. Like, the horses wore armor. It was like the horse's armor. They're like, what's going on? Okay, so they get back in the tour bus, and then they stop drinking. They're like, okay, we've obviously had too much to drink, and they're like, hey, Tim. Tim was the driver. He's like, Tim, hey, where are we, man? Look over. It's a skeleton of a knight.
I
And
didn't know that.
Wait, how do you?
it's a
how can you tell the
skeleton
difference
of
between
a knight,
and
Catherine.
Aren't
He had a
all
beard and he had a nice and
The skeleton and a beard. You know,
The
hair
end.
comes from the pores of the skin, right?
the end.
That's the scary part. This guy doesn't know his epidermis. Or his
Know your
dermis.
anatomy.
I probably don't know my language.
Okay, Catherine. Who
Wait, are we doing more?
Well, whose story was scarier for that round?
All right, well, Dustin's is really bad, but it made me laugh. But Christopher's yours made more sense.
Because
And,
because hair comes from the bone, right?
Other
That made plenty of
other than the
sense.
hairy night skeleton,
All right,
yours
Me?
won. Yours
All right, I won. Got time for 2 more or 1 more?
one more.
Fruit Loop. All right, 1 more.
Fruit Loop. That's not even a fruit.
I'll go first this time. Fruit Loop. I just realized what I named him. Okay. All right.
The girl was in fraternity.
There you go. Okay, so I got strangle, I got pumpkin, and this is 1 word. DVD copy of Pee-wee's Playhouse. 1 word. Well, okay. Okay, so check it out. I'm gonna use you for that later. Okay, so check it out. These people, these kids. It was a family. It was a mom and dad and a little boy. So they were picking up pumpkins. All right, so we're like, hey, okay, got some pumpkins. They were trying to figure out what could carve in them. Like, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna carve a face, or I'm gonna carve a picture of a dog or something. Because they were skilled. They're very skilled. I can't do that, but maybe they can. So they did that, and then they bought the pumpkins, and the guy's like, hey, the guy they bought it from, they're like, hey, now you don't want to be out this. He was Sean Connery. You want to be out this Halloween because there's some dangerous criminal going on. He's strangling people.
Okay. Was that okay?
Indiana Jones is my son. No, but he didn't say that. But he did. He strangled people. So there was a killer, and he was like, And the father, he's like, no, my kid, he's gonna enjoy Halloween. He's gonna go out, he's gonna get candy. And she's like, calm down, dear. But the mother, she's not important to the story. So so it's Halloween night. They made the pumpkins, and they put fire in them and everything. They look cool. So they left it to trick or treat. They go out, and all of a sudden there's some cop sirens, and they see there's a cop vehicle, and they're like, hey, what's going on over here? Somebody was strangled.
So anticlimactic. Somebody was strangled.
To death. And they were dead. So it was like, okay, that's kind of scary. But, it's Halloween, and darn it, we're going to have fun. So they go, and there's another cop. There's somebody else strangled. And this time the cop's like, you need to get inside now. So they go inside. And all of a sudden, when they get to their doorstep, they see in the pumpkin is a DVD copy of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Dun dun!
And they walk in the door. They close the door, and it's still dark. They haven't turned the lights on. And all they hear is... the end.
Okay. My favorite part was probably the end. When it was over. And it was my time to shine. Alright, it's my turn. That was very long. I like to keep my stories short and to the point. Oh, that's a cool one. Alright. Drifter? like a Tokyo Drifter, or like a...
Whatever you want it to be.
Like a
drifter?
A nomad drifter. Stranger.
Similar.
And Stormtrooper.
Okay.
Drifter, Stranger, Stormtrooper. Our story begins on a Hallows Eve. About midnight.
It's early evening.
Just go along.
Okay.
And there was a man, and his name was Louis. St. Louis. And he was a drifter. He drifted for days. He just drifted, and he drifted, and he drifted, and he was just a drifter. He just drifted.
I'm not sure you know what drifting means. You're just trying to use it in a sentence.
No, just follow along. He was a drifter, and he drifted, and yeah. And he was fine that night. Nothing happened. Then, our next character comes into play. Do me a favor. Cut out the lights. Cut out the lights. For Lou. I got this. This is where it gets scary.
What about that one?
We need this one.
Okay.
So, our next character. His name was Bob. And Bob didn't know anybody. And no one knew Bob. That made him a stranger. So, what's creepier on a Hallows Eve at midnight than a stranger? No one. So Bob did what any other creepy person would do. Stranger. He went out for candy with kids. Now Bob was wanted for murder. He was a stranger wanted for murder. So you may think, well, I don't trust this guy Bob. Or maybe this Bob should not be going out because, he's strange and he's a stranger and, he's a murderer. So once Bob went outside and he was on Maple Street. And Maple Street was notorious for murderers named Bob. And so Bob actually wasn't even a stranger at all. And nothing happened. Bob was fine. He didn't murder anybody. Everything was good. He got a bunch of candy and he went home and it's kumbaya. Okay? And then our last story starts with a man named John. John was a taxidermist. John had a simple life. He enjoyed poetry.
A simple life? A simple life.
A simple life. He enjoyed poetry, playing playgrounds, drinking wine. He was a simple man. He went to the taxidermist. He did taxidermist things. Now this was the eve after Halloween, okay? Halloween's over, all the clowns and the pirates and the kitty cats, they're all gone, and everything starts to calm down. But not for John. That night, things got really, really bizarre and creepy with John.
I feel like
John
we could have started right here.
So, John, coming home from work, it was about 6 p.m. He comes home. He lives out on a hill in the middle of the woods. And so he's coming home, and he's driving in the driveway. He sees his front door is open. Fully open. And he must wonder, why is my door open? And so he's not scared, but he's curious. So he's curious. So what does any other curious white person do? They go try to figure out what the heck's going on. So he shuts his car off and he goes inside and he goes to the door. He shuts his door. He looks around his house, and there's nothing in his house. Not one piece of furniture, no wine, no poetry. John's upset, all right? But more than that, he's curious. But more than that, now he's scared, all right? So John is scared, upset, and curious. Not good. Not good for John.
Sounds like prom night.
So suddenly, John turns on all the lights, and suddenly, all the lights turn back off. So all the lights turn back off. Then they flicker back on. And they flicker back off. And they flicker back on. And then back off. And then he looks over in the corner. It's dark. But he sees something. What does he see? Stormtrooper! That's it.
That's it.
And then he died. Darth Vader put him in a chokehold. Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, I'll publish that.
Catherine, who won that?
I think it is obvious who won, especially from the amount of effort he took to crawl.
That wasn't
over
all
somewhere.
Yeah. That was nice.
And he used props for the lighting and all that.
I'm even pretending to sweat.
I even hope.
Like, look at the dedication. I think Dustin, you won that one.
Thank you.
So it's a tie.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank
tie.
you so much. I'm a winner.
Don't talk to Billy Bush.
Vote
So,
for
okay,
me
all right,
this
guys.
Halloween.
All right,
For-
all right shut
Thank
up.
you so much. The
Thank you.
bottom line, it's a good show. It's good. I love it. I endorse it. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if we want. Thank you guys very much for watching. It is really fun. So we're both really great at making stories. So guys, the bottom line is, it ain't always rainbows and butterflies. It's compromise. It moves us along,
Thank you, Adam Levine.
and that is
The
bottom line.